Hey guys, this is Alma with KeyMouse. In this video I'm going to show you the differences between the Cherry MX switches. If you're looking at buying a mechanical keyboard, you might be wondering which switch would work best for your application, and hopefully this video will help you find the best solution. We may not offer all of these switches in our KeyMouse products, but this video is just a demonstration of how each of the Cherry MX switches sound and feel. You can buy a small switch tester on Amazon or even borrow one from a friend that you can test, but you can't actually tell when each of the switches activate when they are pressed because they're just dummy switches. As you can see here, I've wired up each of these switches with a white LED, so the LED will light up when the switch activates as it's being pressed. I'm also using some of our KeyMouse components to control the LEDs, which may be a little overboard, but it's fun to tinker with. Just to show you real quick how I have the test switches connected with the KeyMouse components that I'm using. I have the power from the computer coming into the main board here. This is just the KeyMouse main PCB. I have a power switch connected here, and I have the switches connected to the backlight on the main PCB, and I also have a battery connected as well. And I have the scroll wheel connected and programmed for the brightness of the LEDs. So once the power is turned on, it actually controls the brightness of the LED. So a little bit of fun tinkering with the KeyMouse components. We have 9 different switches here. Again, all of these switches are the Cherry MX series. I have them aligned in 3 different groups, and each group they are sorted by the least actuating force to the greatest actuating force. There's tactile, tactile with clicky sound, and linear. Starting from the right, the first 3 switches are tactile switches: the brown, the clear, and the gray. Tactile means they have a small bump when pressing the switch, so you can actually feel when the switch is pressed. The brown are the most commonly used Cherry switch and are ideal for everyday use and gaming. The clear and gray are typically used as spacebar switches on keyboards that use the brown switch. The blue and green are also tactile, but they have a clicky sound when they're pressed, for users who love the typing keyboard sound while also having the feedback when the switch is pressed. These switches may not be a good idea if you're working in a quiet or multi-person environment. The blue switches are most commonly used for data entry or typing applications. The green switch is typically used for the spacebar switch on keyboards that use the blue switches. The last 4 are linear switches. Linear means they don't have any kind of bump or feedback when the switch is actually pressed. It is just a smooth, steady pressure until the switch bottoms out. The Speed Silver have the shortest actuating force of all the linear switches, and are designed for gamers or users who like extremely short reaction times and high switching frequencies. The red and silent red are designed more specifically for gaming, and the biggest difference between the two is the sound. The red aren't really that loud, but the silent red gives the user the assurance that the keyboard is going to be quiet. The silent red do have a slightly shorter actuating force as well. The black switches have the highest actuating force of the linear switches, and are most commonly used for industrial and point-of-sale applications. There is also a silent black available for users who prefer a stiffer linear switch but want the assurance of a quiet keyboard. Let's take a little closer look at each group so you can actually see when the switch activates. The switches we currently offer in our KeyMouse products are the brown, the blue clicky, the speed silver, and the silent red, or red quiet. In this video we showed you the differences between some of the Cherry MX switches. Please check out our other videos to see how KeyMouse can help you.